Welcome back
to the second attack. Before we hop into the next area, there's a couple of things that Local missed.
Yep, I thought that you could only get these when you backtracked, but it turns out that I could have gotten them as soon as we defeated Balefell. Balefell? Hey Bale. That guy.
The Flaming Bomberman.
Yeah, that guy. There's that head part at the top that you had to drop from the bridge, and there's no actually instant death pits in this. The trapdoors where the robots killed themselves, you could actually fall down them and you would end up in the sewers. And then there's this. The door opened only after you defeated Balefell. And also, here's me showing off that yes, I could do this really easily. I don't know why I didn't do it the first time, but there you go. Proof.
Super bomb jump.
And there's the custom parts I missed. The full helmet for the night set, or I don't know. They don't really have set names. And the warrior's armor.
That node bottomless pit thing can be both a good thing or a horrible thing, as we'll be seeing in a later part.
Well, I mean, we're gonna see them right now. After this, both of the planets that we could have gone to have all bottomless pits.
What?
And Pommy will lampshade this one with his agoraphobia. There's a lot of things I don't show in this.
They have all bottomless pits. How? I thought we just said we don't have any.
Well, every edge off this level is a bottomless pit, and you will die immediately.
We don't really have any indoors, I guess.
Yeah, you don't.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, so here's the thing. The snakes, they will bite you. If they bite you once, they will stun you. If they bite you while you're stunned, they will make your controls reversed and do one of two things. Either you will constantly walk in the direction that you're facing, or you will walk in circles. If you're walking directly in the direction that you're facing and you're not pressing any buttons, you will probably die. So that's fun. If you touch the rams when they're trying to not ram you, you will lose all of your speed ups. So, yeah. These enemies are interesting, aren't they?
Yeah, this camera angle is interesting as well. I mentioned that this level broke me. It's because of this.
Oh yeah, and it never gets any better. Well, no, I'm lying. It does get better later on. But for these first 3 rooms, yeah, you're always like this. And the controller reacts accordingly in the sense that you have to, you know, press upright to walk upright.
Yeah, the game didn't alter the controls to work for the Dutch angle. It's still controlling normally.
Yeah, it doesn't do the isometric thing that it does in Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh.
It's annoying here, where you have to push blocks.
Oh yeah.
It gets really uppity about what angle you're supposed to be pushing to get those blocks to move. So that's a mess.
Watching this is like therapy for me because I've done so many Bomberman games, and I've had people feel bad for me. Now I get to feel bad for someone else.
I mean, you quit because of this level, right? So.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, there's more stuff.
I didn't vote for this. I voted for the other world. I was trying to be nice.
The other world. Here's the thing. The other world is an ass for completionists. This world is an ass for people just trying to get through the game. So, the other world was still an unpleasant experience. I actually complained about it more to Thorn when he said, when he looked at this video and said, I hate this. And I had just gotten done recording Aquanet, so I told him, really, you hated this? No, I hate this. So, here's the other thing about the block puzzles. Pommy, if he stands in front of them, you can't move them. So you have to recall Pommy with a C up button. Or, you know, tell player 2, if he's being controlled by player 2, to stop getting in the way.
Well, it must be even worse if there's a player 2, because then you know he's an asshole.
Well, it's worse and not worse. Also, by the way, did you see that pit? I couldn't.
Oh, hell. Fun.
At least the controls are, again, you know, D-pad friendly here. And there's a custom part right there in that corner. You can barely see it, but it's there.
Come on.
I'm getting really bad flashbacks to some parts in Mario RPG here.
At least Mario RPG didn't have instant death bits, so...
No, it didn't. You're right. I'm remembering some of those 3D puzzles you're expected to solve, and you can't really see it very well.
Hmm. There's gonna be a couple more enemies, and they also, like the ram, will... Is it a ram or is it a bison? Anyway, they do things when you touch them and you're not stunned, where the harpies take away all your fire-ups, leaving you at 0, not even at 1, literally 0 fire-ups. So you have to get more fire-ups than you would normally do when you start a level anew. And the same thing for the genies that we're gonna see. If you touch those, they take away all your bomb-ups. So you can only put 1 bomb at a time, because you'll have level 0 bomb-ups.
Was this level designed by someone who hated everyone?
I have no clue. For me, it's mostly the enemies, and it's... Well, I mean, maybe it is somebody that hated. I forgot that whenever you activate a little mini in-game cutscene, all your bombs disappear, so that's kind of annoying. I forgot about it.
Was it you who said this level was a bit trolly?
Was it me? I don't think... Like, here's the thing. This level is definitely unfair. You can see it, you heard me say it. Oh, there's one enemy that I don't give the chance to show off. You see that statue, that really conspicuous statue in front of those other statues?
Yeah.
That enemy will automatically... Yeah, okay, so they activate, but if you kick a bomb into him or you throw a bomb at him and it bounces off him, it's harmless to him, it won't stun him, but it will actually kick it back to you or bounce it back in your direction. Which is a pain if there's several of them, because you can have like a cacophony of just bombs bouncing back and forth through them. It gets nuts. But I don't give them the chance, because I don't know. I don't know why I didn't give them the chance, I just decided I was sick and tired of that. Anyway, here's another tricky thing when we get to that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I have the remote bombs, the game is broken now. You know how it is.
And people said to me, Thorn, you don't need to do those bullshit bomb jumps that you did.
I mean, you didn't, but at the same time, you did, if you wanted everything.
Okay, that was funny. I didn't know you had to move him like that.
I don't know if you do. There might be some different way for you to get through that, but I mean, that's the fastest way, and why wouldn't you do the fastest way? You know?
Plus, it's hilarious.
It is hilarious. I mean, when Bomberman is suffering, it's always hilarious, let's face it.
Well, not when I'm playing Bomberman.
I'm fine with it, whether I'm playing or not, actually. Anyway, did you know those 2 pieces of floor were breakable? Now you do. If Pommy or you or a bomb explodes or steps on those, they will break completely now that they're broken. And an explosion will break them completely even if they aren't cracked. So, I hope you weren't being trigger happy. But yeah, the rest of the level will now go by smoothly because of the remote bombs.
So what are those blue things you keep passing up that enemies sometimes drop? The blue flame-looking things.
The blue flames. Oh, those are probably fire downs.
Ooh.
Yeah, if it's a sad-looking flame or if it's a bomb with a cross on it, it's usually the debuff. That you would usually only... Yeah, see those?
Yeah.
See how one is looking sad and the other's looking happy?
Power up, power down. Got it.
That's pretty much it.
That's nasty.
It's supposed to only be in multiplayer. This is one of the few Bomberman games that actually just has them show up. And it's not like I selected hard mode or something. Also, did you catch that hint? Because I didn't understand any of it. Like, it said, put the things where I sleep, and it's like, I don't... What? I don't see a scorpion anywhere there. I don't see anything that looks like that. It's a stone slab, and I guess that's about as close as it gets to being the same thing.
Maybe the problem was the translation was supposed to be rest, as in where the hands are resting.
I guess. I still don't get it.
Sleep, rest, and the hands are resting on the left and right sides on the picture.
Oh, okay. I guess that's,
Yeah. Like, thanks, guys.
We're gonna see that scorpion again in a while. Right now, man, boss time.
I will admit, I didn't really figure this boss out. And part of that was just me, but like seeing footage of this, I realized, wow, I gave myself way too much trouble with this guy.
Yeah, after Bayfell, the other bosses start, they just automatically, oh hey, there's the scorpion in the background, I didn't notice that. And again, okay, well, the scorpion shows up more than once. Okay, the bosses after Bayfell, or Paybale, or whatever his name is, they will all essentially have more invulnerability frames whenever they're doing attacks from now on.
I hate that.
Yeah, that might not be you. That might just be them, like, inflating difficulty and not actually broadcasting it. Because it's not like you see a shield or they blink or anything. It's just you see them doing their animation for their attacks, and I guess they're invulnerable during that. I've seen footage of some attacks that I don't see in the US version, actually. I guess they were Japanese-only attacks that are one-hit kills. And they look like Dragon Ball Z, like, ridiculous punching and kicking at fast speeds without you being able to do anything. They don't take away any of your hearts, they just automatically give you a game over after they blow you up or knock you down. So there's that. At least they took those out, I guess. And I mean, he can still be stunned, so that's also a good thing for Astaroth here. Ashter, Tater Tot.
That was a lucky shot there, though. Ash tarts.
The hardest thing about this one is that I almost fell off because I thought that was like a railing, and no, it's not.
Edge gravity works.
After this, I start playing a little bit more carefully. Which, I don't know, I feel like I could have gotten this guy a lot sooner if I just kept putting bombs in those two corners at the top, and then one in the middle down here. Because he goes to the corners. That's where he likes to hang out. So, there you go. I mean, you could not do that and you could still win, as you saw.
For comparison, I think it took me an hour to beat him.
Ah.
Because I kept dying and losing all my power-ups.
What ended up doing you in, like, standing in his cross-shaped route?
Something like that. It might have been also all of the invincibility. It was right after him, and I beat him, and then I think I fell off the side and died, that I was like, I quit.
Fair enough. You saw how I grabbed onto the ledge and then never, like, moved again? Like, I was just in that corner. Yeah, that did spook me a little. And then I don't understand this exchange. It's like, hey, I gave you a bomb. You know, that thing you've been using this whole time that you know that so long as you're holding it never blows up. Whatever. I guess Bomberman and Pommy know something I don't know.
Throw it at his corpse, there you go. Well, they really did.
We really did.
And we get it anyway.
I still don't understand it, though. And I don't understand why Bomberman was skeptical at the end, also. Like, he did the little foot tappy. It's like, no, Bomberman, you blew him up. Trust yourself, come on. So we've got our first elemental stone. Yay! I mean, you know, other than Bomberman's default.
That we have to take back from that thief.
Well, I mean, Pommy did that for us.
True.
And now at this point, the original kind of cool music gets kind of annoying and tedious.
Mostly if you backtrack. And at least this level doesn't have you backtrack, like Alcatraz did, or the next level will.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway...
Did Pommy just punch himself?
No, Pommy walked into the explosion, like he was trying to attack the snake, and then he walked into this explosion. Pommy has problems here, and I think it has to do something with this level like slowing down the frame rate. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but until I blew up some things, the game was actually running a little bit slower than it was a moment ago. Like, I guess 2 genies, 2 snakes, and, you know, 4 torches was too many things.
2 genie, too many.
Pommy felt you were outmatched and outnumbered.
This'll make it fair! I don't know what Pommy should sound like. Kinda hate him. So I wanted him to sound like Larry Butts, but I don't know what that sounds like either. And here's Clay Hair. Clay Hair will show up once per level.
Oh, I was hoping she'd jump out of the hole.
And just so people in the comments will know what I'm talking about, I will link to the relevant part of the Saga Frontier Let's Play.
I thought you already did link it.
No, I didn't. I forgot to.
Or did you just link it to us in this?
I linked it to you guys,
Oh, okay.
and they never got to see it, so it's like, I gotta remember to do that now.
This is the one time that somebody asks us to show us the elemental stones, and it's like, okay, here you go. You saw proof. Now, what about it now?
Great, now give me your money.
It's gonna be really weird because for the next level, she's gonna act a little weird, in my opinion, about that. Like, I know that they made these so that they would be standalone and they don't conflict with each other. But it's still, I don't know. We'll see when we get there. We never find out what she checks into.
So I'm not the only one who's looking at this and going, lady, you're actually being really suspicious with all this.
Well, you could be, but Bomberman is heartstruck. Or whatever, love-struck? Lovesick?
Love-struck, yeah.
And Pommy is just, I don't know, Pommy is naive?
Well, he was born yesterday.
Yeah.
He wasn't born yesterday. Apparently he can go into his, like, egg as some sort of bungalow Pokemon thing. Anyway, I was checking here if there was any way to trigger, like, another hint, because there's more spheres that we have to put in. But apparently not. But yeah, Pommy's a weird creature. Apparently he can summon his egg back at will, kind of like Yoshi in Smash Brothers, even though that's never explained, because why would you need explaining? It's a fighting game. But here, it would be nice if there were a little bit of an explanation, but no. Nope. Just no.
So it's almost like Pommy does, what is it? Morph Ball mode for Samus.
Yeah, except he can move. He also goes back into his egg whenever he evolves, as we're gonna see, actually. See, something funny happened to me when I started recording this one. It turns out, our first run-through, I had collected enough fruit to evolve Pommy. It's just that Pommy doesn't evolve until you leave Alcatraz for the first time.
No.
So, yeah. I had to start over.
Damn.
Which is why it's funny that somebody is like, I don't want to make you start over. It's like, don't worry about it, friend. I'll start over anyway. You don't need to prompt me. You're not being cruel. I do this to myself.
You fit right in with the Straw Hat No.
I didn't realize being a masochist was a requirement.
It's not a requirement, it's a byproduct.
Oh, I see. So yeah, I could have walked around, but if I do that, I've got Wind Bomb, Sky Bomb.
Yeah, why walk when you could throw yourself into a wall?
Well, I mean, Bomberman's not complaining.
That we can hear.
He welcomes the sweet embrace of concrete. Okay, some backtracking was cut out. We killed a bunch of enemies, and then I decided to screw up there, apparently. Could have been faster if I just decided to go down there, but I guess I forgot. I was confused. Anyway, here's a kind of weird room. There's like a really obvious pit, but I don't get why it's there. It's not really a threat to anybody but Pommy, who will walk down there because, you know, AI pathfinding is hard. But for us, it's like, it's just there. What do you think they made that pit? Because I don't get it. Do you think it was for that bouncy coin? Like, that was the bait? Like, there's Pommy. He was heading there. He really was into that. He really wanted to die.
I think it's just kind of scenery, really. Just to remind you, you're up on this big thing in the sky, you're gonna die if you fall down these.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, here's a puzzle that we have no real hint to. Like, usually you would just put everything on top of the switches and you would expect, okay, why isn't this doing anything? No, you have to put the specific statues in specific spots, and then they will sync and they will reappear over here on these floating platforms. And really, you only need to, you know, place one, the one that's for that one, the moving platform.
Right.
That actually raises and lowers. But you can't see that far, so either you would have to memorize the sound of, you know, the platform so you know when it's up and when it's down, or get really lucky. But you don't really need that. Anyway, we go back to this room, we can put the balls in their place now. Return the balls. There we go. And we get a magical elevator. Why not?
We get a box.
Yeah, I really don't understand the elevator here. Because it just straight up disappears there, and why not just leave the top there? I don't get it.
Clipping is hard.
Is it? Anyway, this room is also going to slow down the entire game, even though I'm playing on actual hardware.
What is with the frame rate in this game? Because, like, I was... Like, when you sent me your footage for Alcatraz, I thought, oh, so it's not just my game. The game itself runs stupid slow.
Yeah, the game itself has frame rate issues, and I'm using an N64 that actually has the expansion pack in it, so I don't know if maybe it would have played better if I took that out, or should be playing better if it has it in, right? I mean, it's an expansion pack. It's more memory. I don't get it. But no, I guess too many objects on screen, and I guess the cracked floor counts as objects individually.
Yeah, they're activated objects.
It just goes as slow as molasses.
I have to wonder, actually, if the expansion pack ever actually did anything. Because I got told I needed it, and I used it, you know? And it didn't seem to do anything.
For Donkey Kong 64, it did.
I think it was only really necessary for 3 games.
Yeah, necessary for those 3 games. I don't know if any other game could use it, or if it's one of those, like, you know how the PS3 touted, like, oh, we've got 3 CPUs in here, but not every game used those 3? Like, really, at the start, the only thing that used the 3 CPUs was Life at Home, that one thing you could leave running on your PS3 and it would help researchers in some other place.
Oh, yes, I remember that. They were doing it for medical stuff.
Yeah, the DNA folding simulator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that was the only thing that used the tricore thing.
For a while, yeah. See, I ended up doing like a 10-page paper on technology stuff, and I picked the PlayStations. They actually have a fascinating system history when you look into them all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, discovering the reason that the first generation of PlayStation was actually not so great was sometimes the laser display was just a little bit misaligned, and that's why sometimes it'd be like you were running your games over a knife.
Huh.
You know, that's why they would get all scratched up so easily.
Well, I didn't know that, but...
Plus, there were black discs, and black discs are never very good.
Oh.
They're like softer than regular CDs or something.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And also, that's why it turned out the first generation PS2s were not that great. Certain serial numbers, well, misaligned laser display, and I found that out the hard way after it ate 2 games and a movie.
I guess I should check my PS2 because I think it's the first generation. Anyway, here's what not to do. I'm gonna make a mistake here. I'm gonna look down as I'm getting thrown up. See, when you hit an enemy, Bomberman gets knocked back no matter, like, the part that matters is where he's looking. It doesn't matter where he was knocked back from.
Right.
So yeah, that killed me. And this is our checkpoint, the mini-boss arena. So here we go again. Gonna solve it really quickly, apparently, because Thorn was, you know, gentle. You've seen everything here. I mean...
I think impatient is the word.
There's no reason for us to be able to run up this one, but we can. So I just, you know, I screw around. There's probably easier ways for me to have done everything about this. I could have just gone up higher and then tried doing some acrobatics. Like from here, I could have knocked myself over to the right and maybe hit the pylon. Here, I probably could have... Actually, I don't know what I could have done there. I don't have remote bombs, so that was probably the best way to handle that one. And for this one, I just decided, you know what? Just drop it here. Done.
I'm lazy. And angry.
You gotta love Bomberman's face when you send him up a surface using the wind bombs.
Yeah. Bomberman looks so shocked. I did this deliberately, but I regret everything!
I didn't think this through!
Maybe he's just reacted to the breeze. It's like, oh god, that's drafty. I didn't know the wind would go in there. I thought this suit was supposed to be, you know, impermeable.
In the words of Ryan Reynolds, oh, right up Main Street.
Anyway, here's a scene that would be different if I had gone to Aquanet first. These scenes are the only ones that change as far as I can tell. Lilith will still react like, you know, the same way no matter where you go. It's just whatever planet you're in, Lilith will be like, ah, what? Stuff. Elemental stones. Intrigue. Mystery. I can fly for no reason. This would be a handy ability. Do you want to ride? No? Too bad. I'm gonna fly out of here. Goodbye. And that's Lilith in a nutshell. I really hate clay hair sometimes. I really wish we could jump. Or Bomber change into a helicopter.
Bomber change!
Wasn't the helicopter one the painless one because, you know, Bomberman's antenna was the only one that involved that?
Well, it's like flying with a noose.
I guess so. If the noose was attached to, like, the top of your scalp.
Something's gonna torn off.
We're assuming that our emergency rations theory is wrong, then yeah, I guess so, that would be painful. But if we're right, then it's not even a part of Bomberman.
Actually, one of the comics I read explored that recently, flying with something attached to your body. What was it, a flight ring? Nearly tore his arm and his finger off.
Oh god. I was thinking it was going to be a gadget coming, like an infection gadget.
Well, if you look at it, it's basically the problem was, you know, the ring is what's flying. It's not automatically making him lighter. Which says that whoever put that ring together and made it work the way they did really fucked up.
What if you curled up and put your hands underneath the soles of your boots or shoes or feet? Just try to fly that way. Because that way, the ring is supporting not only your finger, but your entire body, right?
Or maybe if you held it like closer to your stomach or something so that it's... You know, I don't know. You're right, though. You'd have to put it way lower than he had it, which it was pulling him up, basically.
Fair enough, fair. So yeah, we only have one option. I thought that the game actually unlocked 2 planets every 1 planet, but I guess not. It's 2 planets every 2 planets. Anyway, here's what we got from the custom parts. It's a racing outfit! Now we can pretend to be in NASCAR, and, you know, all the explosions that entails.
Ah, I wish.
Maybe we can race back to figuring out what the hell is up with Rugefeldt. Apparently he's God.
Yeah. Or Satan, or something. Anyway, here's my example of Egg again. He wasn't born, he's just really weird about this. But yeah, we got Nakopami, so whoever was voting for fruits, you almost had your wish. We had gotten enough fruits for that. But then I scrapped this because I was like, no, we're doing the thing. We're keeping Pommy basic.
Pommy pathetic.
Pommy pathetic. But yeah, I was upset at this point. I was like, I will kill myself or I'll kill Pommy. But then I realized, oh, I don't have any of my items. How do I do this? Okay, Pommy, stay here. Just, oh god, no!
If I can't have it, no one can!
You got both of your wishes.
Yeah. And here I solemnly and slowly switch to quit playing. Sigh. God damn it, Pommy.